I am homeless, actually. It's an interesting, kind of a funny story. I've only been homeless for the past 6 months. I was housed up over here on Riverside. I'm born and raised here in Austin, Texas. I've always had a job, I've always had a vehicle, and I've always been able to support my own. I've got a 3-year-old daughter. She and I get to see each other about 4 days a week, every 3 weeks because of my situation. But we lived on Riverside. Me and my roommate, he had a disease where he wasn't supposed to live past the age of 25. And on his 26th birthday, we threw him a giant birthday party. The party got completely out of hand. The manager gave us the boot, and out we went. When my job found out that I was homeless, boom, gave me the boot, and out the door I went. Couldn't pay my truck notes, couldn't pay any house notes, had no income coming in. And with the job market and the fallout of the economy, it's hard to get a job even flipping burgers. So literally every resource I ever earned and ever made while I was in the service, it's gone. It's been completely squandered on just barely trying to survive. So I sold off everything that I had, gave it to the ex, who's now my ex, and yeah, I'm just trying to live day to day now.
It's an interesting thing. I really don't believe in the system of working for someone and slaving away for a place to be. We're all on this planet. We all have a place to be. And putting yourself out there for a currency that is really worthless and spiritually draining doesn't really fit. So many people try to live this thing called the American dream, and it's a nightmare for them. And I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I've done it. I've been married. I've been a homeowner, been a landowner. As for me, I don't do the government thing very well, personally, because that's the reason I'm in the situation I'm in now, and I'm homeless. I've been homeless since the year 2001. And it happened. I was married, got 6 kids, and I was married from 94 till 2003. I got a legal divorce while in the penitentiary. Well, the reason being I go to the penitentiary and I end up homeless is because I have 6 children and 1 wife and 3 brothers. I come home one evening and my brother and my wife are together, and I go to prison for assault and serious bodily injury. So now I have to live with that on my record, and I do have many licenses. APD won't give me a city towing license because of this background now that I have. So and I'm no saint. After all of that happened to me, I did the drugs, I did the whole scene, but you know, I'm grown up. And that's pretty much my story.
My experience with shelters and government aid, I was in the government for 5.5 years. I did special warfare and craft combat for the U.S. Navy. And I've seen the way that the government operates and the way that they run a lot of issues that are out here, and it's always been a blind eye with them. They could care less about what's actually happening to the people out here, because guess what? It's not their families that are the ones suffering. It's ours.
There's the Angel House down there on Cesar Chavez. Go get bed bugs. It's disgusting. It's gross. I don't understand how any self-respecting homeless person, not even homeless, self-respecting person would stay in there. It's not living. It's being in prison.
Go to a shelter.
Hell, it can be very deadly. Like, I've sat there and I've watched some of my friends walk into a shelter and walk out being carried out by paramedics. It's worse in the shelters sometimes.
It's called being told when to eat, sleep, shit, shower, and shave.
They try to institutionalize.
It's not an institution.
They treat you like sheep.
That's what it really is. Yeah. But it's not.
You're not even a person. They call you sheeple. They just round you up. And
no. Here's the word for that. Sheeple. See, when you are homeless, as they say, I'm just houseless. Okay, when you are homeless
as they say, you are a transient. You're not even a people
Vagrant.
or a person or a
You're
human.
vagrant.
You're a transient.
Mostly just like personal hygiene items, razors, place to shower. It's like up here in Barton Springs, it costs a couple dollars to get a shower. There's a couple other places here in town to get a free shower, but they're disgusting. If you don't have shower shoes, you're going to get something on your feet. It's gross.
Me personally, if I'm out here, it's because of my own fault, and I know I can generally help pick myself up. If I need help, I'll go and I'll ask for it. I don't want it to be handed out to me like some kind of pity or charity. I don't like that. I don't like being felt sorry for. You know, and I don't think any of us out here do.
Yeah, we don't care for sympathy too much.
If you genuinely want to help someone, then come off. You know, there needs to be some type of way for people to, I guess, individually help. You know, like I don't want to say pick and choose, but sometimes that's what needs to take place. Is you need to pick and choose who is going to gain the most from this. But but if you give these resources out to people like, you know, like Red or like Tommy that can genuinely use it so they can go see their children and try to make better for themselves to bring someone else up with them, then that's how you're best going to be able to help. It's only going to be the people who want to better themselves.
Do you know how hard it is to live out here, carry that bag around?
On average, our packs weigh about 80 to 100 pounds.
Yeah. Now imagine that, walking into some place to fill out an application or to talk to a manager.
Or just to get
as soon as you walk in, you get a whole different ball game. You know, they're not disrespectful all the time, but then sometimes they are.
Because they've been done wrong by
because
people
they look and they see and they assume automatically that everybody's the same out here. Well, we're not. We're not. We fend for ourselves as well as they fend for themselves, no matter how, way, shape, fashion, or form it goes. There's a lot of love out here. And I'll tell you, the reason being there's homeless is because it's so easy, but yet so rough and so hard.